The next frontier, the next generation isn't going to be educated institutionally. They're going to be validated by how much content they put out and how well known they are. So I hear people in my generation kind of say like, well, you can't just be an Instagram star and be an authority. And I'm like, yeah, watch them do it, because it's not about, it's democratization of like access to the platforms. The internet changed the whole game. Together, we can really make some impactful change.
Chris, I see this all the time in your work on social media and in the community that surrounds the future. You're always offering, you're always putting together decks and toolkits and content in lots of different shapes and forms and giving it away, sending it out there, putting it online and giving it to anybody that can get their hands on it. And how have you learned to do that? How has that played out for you and your work over the last 8 years?
And I do want to put this idea out there. A lot of people think of giving as a transactional thing, that they want to see reciprocity happen like within the minute. So they post content deliberately designed to promote their services and products, and it's very transparent. People know what the agenda is. I could see right through it. And it's actually very difficult. So when I was dabbling in social media as blind, I didn't know what to post. I was just sharing projects. Hey, cool, check this out. Look at this creative way we solved this problem. And if you've seen one press release, you've seen them all. And I admit it, we were part of that press release machine. But when I started to post as myself as a human being trying to connect to other human beings to share what it is that I have, the response is very different. There's a conversation, and this is the really important part. So when you're advertising to people, they tune out. Advertising actually pushes people away because it's very interrupted by nature. It's saying, I'm important, focus on me, versus permission marketing or content marketing, which is, I'm going to give you something. Here's a gift for you today. I hope you find this to be valuable. I hope that it gives you an answer to a problem that you didn't know you have. And I hope that your life is richer for it. And if we can do that, then all of a sudden people start to show up and they ask, what's next? And then they get through this process of knowing you, liking you, and then potentially, if you do your job really well, they start to trust you. And that's a really important thing that's going on here. And I think a lot of creatives have this scarcity mindset that if I give my thing away to somebody, they're thinking zero-sum game, that I lose something while they gain something. It doesn't really work like that. And I have many examples I can share with you, but I have creatives, artists I invite onto the show and I say, hey, I love your illustration. I love your design. Can you share that? And they say to me, like behind closed doors, I won't tell you who it is, Chris, if I share this, I'm going to have 1,000 clones of myself. I can compete against them. So I'll show you some things, but I think it's good to build up grit. They need to learn how to do this themselves. And so they wind up becoming the best kept secret. My philosophy, and if you look at chefs, the way chefs work, chefs share everything. It used to be like a guarded secret, like, it's like I got 3 secret ingredients, the Colonel's secret recipe, 11 herbs and spices, whatever he says. But chefs have started to realize, any capable chef can figure out what it is that you do. There's no more secrets. The most renowned chefs in the world are there because they've written cookbooks, they've gone on shows, they show you exactly how to cook the perfect steak or make the perfect pasta, whatever it is. And then they build an empire, a multi-billion-dollar empire by sharing just this spirit of generosity, this act of just giving. I think that's where the real power is in building community.
So the truth is that if you have something to share, if you have something to give, if you want to build something great, you're not going to build it with force. You're going to build it through love. You're going to build it through, sharing and knowing, taking your gifts, the secrets that you have learned, and really passing them forward. They call it pay it forward for a reason. I am really excited about the rise of young, people of color and women, because the next generation isn't going to be educated institutionally, isn't going to be powered by the validation that, catalogs and monograms and AIGA or any of the institutions give. They're going to be validated by how much content they put out and how well known they are. So I hear people in my generation kind of say like, well, you can't just be an Instagram star and be an authority. And I'm like, yeah, watch them do it, because it's not about, it's democratization of like access to the platforms. The internet changed the whole game. And, you know, and it's not like the older generation is going to adapt. They're not. It's simply the new will rise. And the only reason that I am, or not the main reason why I'm so excited about, you know, being able to influence an entire generation of creative people is because together we can really make some impactful change.
So let's talk about a couple of things. Marty Neumeier says the brand with the strongest tribe wins, and I'm all about building the strongest tribe. So in my mind, I'm not thinking about how much value we can extract from our customers. I'm always thinking, how much more value can we deliver? So to a point in which they have to say, enough, we get it. We'll just give you money so you can keep doing this. And people do. This is the power of the community. This is where you get your money back. And there's no pressure system in terms of like trying to get people in this. I'm not holding anything back. This is what they do. They jump in there to be part of that. The thing that's really amazing about our audience and our community, it's super powerful. It's super strong. The tribe that we built is so amazing. Now, in a marketplace where it's littered with logo design courses, why would anybody choose to buy our course versus somebody else, especially somebody with a much bigger name? And here's where we get to the heart of this. And I hope people are able to take this away and use for themselves. You need to realize something. We live in the creative economy. We live in the knowledge economy. And so there's no shortage of information out there. All you have to do is type on your keyboard on Google, and Google will spit out a beautiful answer for you. And you can learn almost everything that you want to learn for free or no money. There's a ton of free content out there. And why would people choose to spend money with one person or the other? It comes back to trust. I like you and I want to give back. It's in that spirit of reciprocity on them, not on me, that I've gotten so much value from you. I just feel like at this point, I don't even care if the thing is empty. And people do say this to us all the time. I don't care if I download it and it's 0 kilobytes. I just need to support you guys so that I can see this continue on. You've helped me in that way. And you can see if you stop chasing the quick transactional conversion, you actually build something that's meaningful, sustainable, and people give back in ways that you can't even imagine. I think that's where the real power is in building community.
This is the key takeaway for this video. The reason why you should start sharing your knowledge and wisdom with your potential clients is that people need to trust you before they make a purchase or buy from you. Think about the last time that you bought a certain product online. How many websites and reviews do you check before you make the decision to buy? I bet it must be more than 3 times. And you are not too late to enter the content game. If you start sharing and making content now, you are one step closer to work with your potential client. Thank you for watching until the end. That's where I cut down from a conversation that Chris had with Jose and Robbie at the BOLD event by ArtCenter. If you're interested in this conversation, click here to watch the whole video. There will be more cut down releasing soon. With that being said, stay safe, stay inside, and we'll see you in the future.